Welcome back to Austin, Texas, Highland Lanes. Tony Westlake and Brian Voss paired up here in this semifinal. Tony Westlake, as you mentioned, came out of nowhere to beat Joe Firpo.
Doesn't happen very often. Your opponent opened twice in a row like that and you take the lead. But Tony's still struggling.
Trying to stretch out a little bit after that long break in between games as he leaves the 3-6-10 in the opening shot.
185 to 175 there. 10-pin win.
Sounds like Tuesday night mixed league scores.
Or maybe you and I bowling against one another.
Ah, there you go. Ooh, by an eyelash, the 3-pin falls, but Tony will take it. Although, you know, I mean, I like to see the high scores, but as long as the match is competitive, hey, they could have tied that match if Joe would have struck in the 11th and 12th.
Brian Voss, who has lengthened his span some, felt he had to hook the ball more and is trying to take that push away and push it slightly toward the center of his body.
First shot out of the box, and oh my, was it a dandy.
What he felt was happening with his swing was that he was pushing out straight, but as it came back by his leg, that it was bumping away in the backswing and causing a lot of errant shots. He feels, he got this tip from Norm Duke, by the way, that by pushing the ball slightly left, it kind of creates a little bit of a golf swing, comes around and is actually straighter coming through, and that's what we're looking for. On the top of that swing down.
Right, as long as you've got it within 3 or 4 inches in terms of that little loop, that's what you want, because if you can get it back on the inside, that's where you get the leverage. Voss comes out with a double. And the man who has not been seen nor heard of since January would like to open up and win this game.
Win it for Joshua, huh?
That's what he says. Westlake trying to play a little bit of a tighter line on lane 20, leaves the solid 4-pin. He's flirting with that head pin, Mike.
But he's moved in deeper, trying to move into the oil and play, like you say, a tighter line all the way. No swing or loop at all. Figures that only got him 180 last game, and the 180 won't win this game.
Couple of spares for Mr. Westlake, who now trails by 11 pins. That was interesting. Scott Devers with a stub lane in his basement.
Yeah, don't have to go to the center. Just practice right there.
You got to go down and set your own pins?
Wait, I didn't ask him if he's got a pin spotter back there. That's a good question.
We better talk to him about that. Could be part-time work for you, Michael.
Thanks, Ted. I'm busy enough as it is.
Oh, everything caved in around the 4-pin, but nothing touched it.
Well, again, Dan, in order to strike, the 1 pin has to hit the 2, and the 1 just clipped the 2 going back on that shot, going by on that shot. It just barely fell.
Tony, not one of these players that goes back to the room and laments about a bad round or talks about a great round. Likes to watch the soap operas. That's first and foremost entertainment-wise for him.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. Anything you ever wanted to know, he
All
could probably
My Children,
tell you. Oh, yeah, he's got it all.
As the World Turns and all these?
Mm-hmm. As the Ball Turns.
Right, yeah.
For a 3-bagger, that was 3 or 4 boards left of the target, and let's hope that Brian had an opportunity to watch Mike Durbin's Average Builders. This is what was the feature today.
There it was. You know, with these hook and back ends, you leave this more and more and more and more. And we'll see how he approaches it. Whether he's moving left. Way left, and is going to throw, I would think, hard and straight. Trying to hook it into it, and oh, wow, takes the sim pin.
Brian turns around and says, how can I get just 1 out of a handful?
Oh, that's the type of situation that you could put those pins up there and somebody would bet you $10 you can't get just 1, and you couldn't do it.
Well, it's trick shot time here in Austin.
Especially to take the 6. He thought it was going to hook up there and get the 3-pin and make the split.
Instead of being in the lead, now he trails by 11. Comes back strong, though, with a strike, so Voss will have to make amends for the open in the 3rd frame as he trails by 11 pins. We'll come back with more action Here's one more look at the beautiful downtown skyline of Austin, Texas. A stark. One of the good friends to the bowling industry, the president of Columbia 300, Mike Albritton, on hand. And he's not even going to get to pass out the money today. John Jowdy, PBA Hall of Famer, I think, is going to have the check or the trophy.
Oh, better not give him the microphone. You may not get it back.
Well, we may have some time to fill, so... Oh, no, not Jowdy for 10 minutes. A rocket to the pocket that time by Westlake, and now he leaves the whistling 10 as the 6-pin whipped around there in a big-time hurry. What do you do to strike? I mean, that's as good as you can throw it, pal.
Well, Voss has struck 3 out of 4, but he didn't get the spare. Interesting. The Westlake has got 4 spares in this match, assuming he makes the 10-pin. And that's a correct assumption. No strikes, and he's ahead by 10 pins over Voss, who struck 3 out of 4 times.
That's why people watch this telecast.
Is that why?
Sure.
I thought they were watching just to listen to you.
No. That's a hindrance, perhaps, but it's an old joke, you know, when you talk about you getting the sports programming on television, then you ask how much it is without the sound. Have you ever heard that? Never mind. It's an old joke. We'll go into that later on sometime. Oh, my, not the big 4. Well, Tony shakes his head and realizes that he's just in between. If he doesn't make a dead perfect shot, he ends up with something like that.
Well, he may change his angle on that left lane, too, because he's not quite as deep. He's about the 12th or 13th board here, circling the ball more on this lane than he is the other lane, and nobody can seem to even get 8 out here.
Now, he's not talking about we're number 1. He's talking about the fact that he's just picked off 1 pin. He and Voss have put on an exhibition here.
Well, they certainly got a lighthearted attitude. I'll give him that.
What more could you have?
I don't know. Better speed.
Well, I know one thing. I like the way his ball is reacting right now.
Joshua says, Daddy, throw more of those. I need shoes.
Joshua Voss. Oh, there you go.
Oh, look at the look on the father's face.
Told me if he wins this one, it'll be for Joshua, who more than likely will end up Josh, right?